Hello guys, today we're going to talk about a certain situation that happened a few days ago. Recently on Twitter, someone named Val went ahead and tried to call out Dream for being racist. Well, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. What they really did was basically just say they had a problem with them putting tribal music in one of his videos. Uh, she was like, or he or she, I don't know who they are, if it's man or woman, but said, I'm a little offended by this because my culture is, yeah, all that regular stuff you see on Twitter. Um, People got upset with her and they didn't like him. I'm just gonna do their, I don't know if it's he or she, so I'm just gonna say he, him, or whatever, randomly in the video since I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, basically, people were getting mad at her on Twitter, of course, and then they decided to get mad eventually, mainly when Dream responded to this, saying, "I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again," and yada yada yada, which people were mad at Dream for doing this too, because it was kind of stupid. I mean, you could have just, you had people on your side, people would have went against what this person was saying about you. And it wasn't even negative, like it wasn't even that bad. They were being pretty tame at first, and then they decided to make a tweet saying, "Y'all let a white man ratio me," and at that point, you sound pretty toxic, and people were hating on this person. As a few days went by, they ended up privating their account, and then they ended up deleting their account on Twitter, and it was it was really funny, and the fact that they deleted their account. I not expected as well. I did not expect them to just delete their account like that, but it happened, and people were upset. I think this is one of those stupid scenarios, and the fact that Dream is going ahead and apologizing for something he doesn't need to even respond to is sad. I think it's gotten to the point for Dream where it's just like he doesn't want to do anything wrong, so he just apologizes to anyone who doesn't like what he did. Basically, just kissing up to the person, to your fans, and it's almost like your fans have control of you, which is basically how it is on the internet. When you gather a following, it's basically your fans are the ones that choose if you continue your job. You can think of it that way. Your fans are basically your boss. If you do not have an audience on YouTube, you are done. You can't do YouTube. If people do not watch your videos, you can't do it. If you're a smaller creator, it's a little okay, because at least at least you have it understandable. Yeah, you're trying to build up that following. But once the following abandons that creator, their career is done. That's when pretty much you decide fully that you're just fired from your job. That's kind of like how YouTube and online fame works. Is solely just the fans are the ones that decide if you continue going on your path. It's a sad thing to think about too. Like, why? Why is that what happens? Like, why would it's just it is a really something that bothers me, the fact that your career is done solely based on whether your fans stay with you, and I feel like that's something that can really mess with a person's mind. And I think that's where Dream is at the moment. He's at that point where if any fan of him has a problem with something he does, he decides to apologize to them and basically let them take over their whole lives. In this situation was so dumb, especially since either way he apologized and this person deletes their Twitter account. I can't believe they would do that. But yep, basically there's not much to this situation. There's also another situation apparently where Dream did a war cry, and I think people were associating it with the war cry of SpongeBob. Ironically, I made a YouTube poop a few years back, which was called SpongeBob's battle cry. This is just kind of ironic how people were getting mad over your Dream's battle cry. Some people were associating it with this, and I think Dream actually he didn't actually kiss up to his fans in this situation. And from what I remember, since I don't really remember too much of the situation, I didn't hear much about it. But from what I heard, is he actually got pretty mad that people are calling him out over this. I think when that happened, and then the next situation happened, he just decided to apologize, since it was the easiest thing he could do. But it was just It's just so stupid that basically everything you do is construed as racist or cultural appropriation. Like, it's why? Why is that the case? I'll never understand why, and we'll never be able to do anything we want to do. Like I said, there's a video out there of Keemstar saying that he has a problem, like he can't find much drama anymore because content creators are being boring and too scared to actually do anything wrong, that now there's basically nothing out there. And the reason there's nothing out there is because people are calling people out for the smallest things. That I agree with Keemstar with, and which is honestly something very rare. I don't usually agree with Keemstar on things, but yep, that's probably what's happening. Pretty soon there won't be any drama out till like 5 years, I'd say, because that's basically how it works. Like recently with all the predators we found on the content creators that are predators, it's like things like that is crazy, and then like I bet you in like the next 5 years we're gonna have a new spree of those people. It just seems like that because like remember in 2013 we didn't get any of that. None of that was exposed to the public. Now it's exposed to the public, and it's gonna die off for a little bit, then come back to being exposed to the public. It just seems like how that's gonna work. So basically, these dramas they got and all this drama that comes out is just the worst and most petty stuff I've ever heard. And people need to just calm down and stop trying to ruin. Like they're trying to basically call someone out as racist. Now, and granted, this first person with Val didn't actually say they were racist. They did. We'll give them their credit there. They did say that maybe Dream didn't really know or realize that this could have been racist. But honestly, the reason he didn't realize that is because it's not all specific to you, and you do not own that music just because that's how your culture is. They can use it. You should be happy that it's being represented. It's not even in an offensive way. It's like just running into a jungle. Like, how is that offensive? Just because they use the music? Like, they didn't use it to make fun of you. But, of course, people complain. But that's about it, guys. That's pretty much all I have to say about this situation. It's honestly the stupidest situation I've ever heard. But I hope that we get some more situations like this, and we can all laugh at it. Because honestly, that's the only benefit we get out of these dramas is we just laugh at it later on. Anyways, well, see ya, and stay floating.